also affects our judgment. The ventral pendulum plays an important role in the making decisions for the subconscious mind. The ventral pendulum is what weighs a problem or amounts in our lives and measures them by importance. This part of the subconscious mind is also what creates stress. When there are too many things to be measured, the pendulum sways so much that it takes so much time to decide upon which things are more important that it stresses our minds. Since the problem is too complex for the subconscious mind, it is brought up to the conscious mind and makes us aware of the problem. This makes us feel a sense of stress. Besides the weighing of the problems and making people perform actions as well as change moods, the subconscious mind's also involved in urging us to do actions as well. Recent study of psychology at the University of Yale has proven that the Yetzer Tov and the Yetzer Hara are what tells us to make decisions in life, almost like shoulder angels telling you right from wrong. This has not been completely proven yet.
Oh my god, I have English, math, science, English, and Torah homework. What am I gonna do?
Adam's ventral pendulum is swinging rapidly, therefore he cannot decide which subject is more important. When he's not able to decide which subject is more important, this causes stress.
I don't know. What should I do? I'll do it's most important.
And did Rabbi Simons give it to you?
Yes, and that makes it the most important of all Torah homework.
When the ventral pendulum is not able to decide which subject is more important, none of them are more important. The subject has gone so stressed out, he cannot find what else to do. It happens frequently in teens, when it causes many things to happen or other things.
I'm sorry, I just have too much stuff to do. Ben, you just want to play Xbox?
Yes, I do. The implications of the Torah's perspective on the stages of spiritual development are that before doing anything in life, one must test the waters and take things slowly. You must do things step by step, with each step becoming slightly harder as you go. For the Torah, the learning of the Torah goes as follows. At 5 years old, one is learning the scripture, written part of the Torah. Then, at 10, the person is learning the Mishnah, the oral part of the Torah. Then finally, the Talmud, a more advanced part of the Torah, at 15 years of age. This is an example of the Torah's teaching us how our minds function. For example, a person reads Mishnah at the young age. This will have a terrible effects on the person, because Mishnah is out of his or her or its range of learning. He/she will not learn anything but instead become really confused. The Torah is correct in telling us to take everything in life one step at a time, but it is also telling us how the ideas of nature and nurture coincide with one another. The Torah knows that our brain develops over time, which is the idea of nature. As our brains are developing, they are only capable of learning things at a stage, and at that stage are more susceptible to the nurture of ideas. Like at the early years of our lives, we are more likely to believe things, so that is why we are taught stories. Those stories in which we learned at a young age will be believed into adulthood, maybe. Although, the more we grow up, the more we question and think about the things we learned. This is why we start learning more advanced things, like the oral Torah and the Talmud.
This is what happens when someone dives into a subject that they're completely unready for.
Oh sweet, there's Mishnah to be read! I'm supposedly 6 years old, and I'm ready to read whatever I'm excited about. I completely understand what that Mishnah was saying. This is what happens when a person is capable of understanding something. They are at the right age and are at the right level for understanding it. They have been studying the subject for 20 years and are at such a high level on this learning scale that they can handle it.
Seeing as I'm going to be learning Mishnah, I'm not going to be needing any of this. Oh wow, since I've been reading this my whole life, I'm ready to Mishnah. Wow, this is so interesting. I completely understand it.
Choose your destiny.
God, I hate that so much.
Flawless victory. Choose your destiny. Flawless victory.